Okay, we are finally back with some World of Tanks, and I am playing in 1.0. This is my second or third game in 1.0, but first game I've played on Erlenberg. First time I've seen this new map. Okay, I'm playing in a brand new tank as well. You guys have not seen this tank before. Let me switch this back over here. So I'm just looking around. It's pretty. My 121 seems kind of maybe a little bit sluggish, up to 50 kilometers an hour, but oh, they flattened this area out. So okay, the hill has been flattened. The bushes and trees on this part of the map are gone, but we're just going to do the usual tactic. We're going to drive up here and we'll try and catch any of those tanks crossing. So Patton in the middle. Oh, new buildings in the middle as well. So alright, new map, looks nice. I got spotted, that's okay, that's fine. I've got good armor, decent hull down tank, but oh, windmill, what's this up here? Okay. What's... Oh god, dear god, no! 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 Oh no, 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 no! Oh! Oh my goodness, Wargaming, what have you done to Erlenberg? No! Oh wow, yeah, A-line, completely destroyed. Yeah, welcome to 1.0. Hi folks, we are back with probably about take 11 because I'm not using a script here and I keep messing up, but I'm back with World of Tanks, or at least I'm back with... I'm going to try and put out some videos this week, but I've been away for a couple of months, as you probably have guessed. So first thing I want to do is, if you're watching this and you're still subscribed, even though I haven't released any videos in a couple of months, I want to thank you. Thank you for sticking around. If you're one of the couple of hundred who follow me on Facebook, then you probably know why. But for you guys who are just following me on YouTube, then basically I was making videos a couple of months ago. This is just to explain my absence. Making videos a couple of months ago, irregularly as I was, because that's the current situation I'm in. And I was in the middle of editing a video, and the phone rang, and probably the closest thing I have to a best friend had passed away. He had taken his own life, and yeah, as I said on Facebook, I don't have that many friends, and I have very few friends I would consider close friends, and Paul was probably the closest friend I had, and we had a deal. We had an agreement that if ever we were feeling down, really down, that we'd call each other, and he didn't call me on the day I was editing that video, and I got a phone call from a mutual friend, and then a few days later I was at his funeral, and it hit me really bad. So for a couple of weeks I couldn't do very much. I didn't leave my room. It just hit me incredibly hard. Anger, sadness, anger that he hadn't called me. We'd made a deal that we'd call each other, and he hadn't called me, and just pure sadness. He left behind a beautiful 2-year-old son. So yeah, I went through the gamut of emotions, but the issue was every time I logged in to finish the video I was working on at the time the phone call came, I just couldn't. I was loaded up the editing software, and I'd be right at that point where the phone rang, and I just couldn't continue. And that's the way it's been for a couple of months. And I don't have any other excuses. I really don't have any other excuses. I just couldn't look at World of Tanks. I couldn't even look at the game. I couldn't look at the editing software. I wasn't playing any games. I just couldn't. You know, playing games in that sort of situation is just, let alone recording them, just I don't know, my head wasn't in the right place. I could have soldiered on, but I don't think that would have been the right thing to do, because it would have come across in the videos. So as per always, if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling down, depressed, or suicidal, please, and I'm giving this advice to myself as well, talk to people, talk to your friends, talk to your family, because if you leave it too late or you don't talk, then you do not see the pain that is left behind, the mourning, the if you're feeling unloved and unwanted. For me, I feel as if I'm a burden to other people. Um, you do not get to see how much you're missed and how much you're loved when you're in the ground. And that's the only advice I have. If you are talking to a friend and you're talking about how you feel, it doesn't matter how much of a tough guy you are. If that friend is not there for you, then they're not a true friend. You'll find out who your true friends are. You talk to them, and you will be amazed who will stick around. And if they don't stick around, screw them. But your family needs you. Your friends need you, and it's too late. Too late to tell your friends you need them when they're gone. I really don't have anything else to say on the subject. I'm still feeling it, as you can probably guess, but I'm doing my best to get back to normal. And I got to play some games very early on in 1.0 before I got that phone call. This is one of them. This is probably my second or third game in 1.0. I played with a lot of new tanks, I played with a lot of new toys, and this was one of my new toys, the Object 2684, which, I was playing it before the nerf announcements were made, and, yeah, it's just a beast. I haven't had the opportunity to play it. I think I've played 3 games on this in total, and this was the first of them, and the first of my games on Abby, or not Abby, what is this? This is Abby, is it? It's not coming up. It is Abby. Yeah, you see, I've been away from World of Tanks for so long. Yeah, so I got to play this as it was a beast before it gets nerfed in 1.02 or whatever it is. And it is a beast. So my first game on Abby, and I think my second or third game in this tank, and I just decided so many other people were complaining about this tank on YouTube, I figured I'd stick a crew in it and basically see how it worked out. Now, historically, thankfully, there's not a hell of a lot to talk about because this tank never existed. It was a paper tank. It only existed in plans, but essentially what this was, chronologically speaking, this is in the correct place in the tech tree, because I can't remember the name of the object. I can't remember the name of the object. That used to be a tier 10. It's now tier 9. As I said, I've been away from the game for a couple of months, but what was the tier 10 is now the tier 9, and chronologically speaking, that's where it belongs, because the tier 9 was a SPG built on the chassis, or built on the hull of an IS-7. Now, the IS-7 came before the IS-10, which later became the T-10, and this is an SPG, one of 4 designs, the 4th design that was based on the chassis of, or the hull of, a T-10 or an IS-10. So the IS-10 came after the IS-7 in the late 1950s, early 1960s. There were some SPGs designed on the chassis of the T-10 or the IS-10. So the IS-10 was the IS-10, but when Stalin died, they decided they were going to stop naming tanks after Joseph Stalin IS, and it became the T-10 instead. So this is actually a T-10 hull, and what they did basically is they turned the hull backwards. So this is the rear of the IS-10. If you could imagine this as being a T-10 and the frontal turret is here with the gun pointing this way, this is actually the rear of the tank. So they turned the tank backwards just like they did with the IS-7 for the tier 9, and then they bolted a pile of armor onto the rear of the tank. So you can see the engine deck here, and a load of extra armor has been added. Oh, I'm so out of practice. I don't know whether you can see it on the model, but yeah, you can see some rivets here. They've basically bolted on a pile of armor. Yeah, you can see big thick metal plates here. Bolted on a pile of armor onto the rear of a T-10. Remove the pike nose, and basically that's what you've got here. It's an SPG, or was designed for an SPG, both for direct and indirect fire, but it never was built. It was only existed on paper. Anyway, we're going to go, because I've been talking for a long time, and I'm rusty, and in hindsight I probably should have just let the game play while I was explaining my absence and while I was talking about the history. But yeah, I'm looking around the map, and it is beautiful. I have to say, I haven't enjoyed my experience in 1.0. I know you're on 1.1, about to have 1.2 or 1.02, but yeah, I've forgotten the few games I've logged in and played in 1.0 so far. Yeah, nothing wrong with the game. I think the game looks beautiful. I've got lots of new toys, lots of new tanks to play, lots of new tanks to talk about, but the player base, the toxicity, just... I was going to make a video, and I just figured my first video back, I couldn't make a negative video. But my first only 2 play sessions in 1.0, just full of team killers, full of griefers, full of harassers, full of map spammers and obnoxious racist a-holes in chat. The toxicity, just on the couple of days I played, was just absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, I don't know the map. I'm wondering about new angles moving up, and I've no idea where that shot went. I don't know whether that was a late shot in the 111 or just a shot that went high on the IS-7, but anyway, we're moving up, and as I say, this thing is a beast. Now, everyone has been talking about how overpowered it is, so I'm willing to sit here and take a few hits. And there we go, we just bounced the IS-7. So I know the armor is supposed to be amazing, although that's a shot from the rear, and I'm wondering, how the hell did I just get shot from the rear? I know there's a 111 or LT11 or T100 LT up in the Abbey, but okay, they've obviously changed the angles, so I'm going to hug the wall here, try and stay out of that guy's way, but can't see him. And another bounce, and yeah, this thing is just stupid. And somehow I managed to bounce on the 111, even though I was aiming at his pike nose. So you can see me just testing out the map, and I'm going, oh, they've changed this. You used to be able to drive up here, so I'm not even focused on the game. I'm just derping around. I'm going, oh, I wonder if I could drive up here, or I could still drive up here. Okay, it's taking a while. Oh, these rocks are slippery. Herpaderpa, so I'm not even looking at the mini-map. I mean, there's an IS-7 that was spotted north. Hey, we're doing it. Oh no, engine cut out. Can we get up here? Can we get up here? Yes, it takes a lot of effort. So yeah, I don't know. Don't know whether that's worthy of going up, but no sign of the T100. Oh, there he is. This guy he just will not leave me alone. This guy seems to like me, seems to fancy me, but finally he's been spotted, finally we put a shot in, finally his camo rating lets him down. Nice big hit in there for 658, and it doesn't look as if he wants to come out and play anymore. So, aiming. Oh, he's shooting at someone else. Okay, so he's focused on someone else, and in the meantime on the minimap behind me, let's stop derping around. T1. No, that T100 is back. This guy just wants me. I don't know what it is. He's just got this amazing crush on me or something. But we decided to go down, try and set the IS-7 on fire with a shot to his engine deck. But I'm just derping around. I'm angled, and yeah, this armor isn't broken at all. Although, ouch, that T110E4 put a big shot into me. So anyway, as I say, not taking this game seriously whatsoever. So T110E4 put a big shot, driving down. Wonder if we can get in here, and let's get up in his face. And wow, look at the engine power of this thing. Wow. Okay, T110E4 misses, and somehow I bounce on him. Okay, that wasn't fun. So, but look at the engine power. Imagine this tank. You could just push T110E4s around. So we'll just push him up. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Only 48 damage, but yeah, so not only does this thing have armor, maneuverability, decent top speed, it has a hell of a lot of engine power as well. I need to check the stats. Haven't looked at the stats of this tank. Nope, can't drive up there. So still, as I say, my first game on Abbey. I'm still getting used to the map. You guys are probably sick of this map by now. You've played it so many times, but still new to me. We're just going to go up, and that T100 is still up here. Is he up here? No sign of the T100. Oh, I've been spotted. Yeah, so he is up here. He's still up here somewhere. But no joy. Where is that T100? Oh, he is! He is still up here. What a cheeky little bugger. He has nothing but me on his mind. Okay, are you going to come out? You're going to come out? You're going to come out? Oh, he goes... Yeah, he goes dark, he goes... Oh, and he gets across the gap. Here's a clever player. Again, I don't play with XVM, so basically, yeah, I don't know how good this player is, but yeah, very good play there. Waited till he dropped off radar and then scooted across the gap before I could get a shot in. So yeah, in the meantime, we've got light tanks in the Abbey, and we've got lots of tanks down the 1-2 line. So I'm on 2 kills, I'm on 2.5k damage, but I've got 3k damage blocked. And we're just messing around, so I'm wondering what other damage I can do here. So we're just going to move up. E100 dies to that T100 LT. That guy is annoying. Oh, 1 health, 705. And that was probably, yeah, that was so little, so few credits earned for that shot. I made a loss with that shot. I got the kill, but with only 1 damage, I probably made a huge loss. So yeah, okay, another kill, and let's move up and get rid of this T100. Oh no, AMS 1390 behind me. T100 LT is still in the Abbey. 1390 is on full health. So yeah, T100 LT has his own problems with 2 light tanks moving up on him. So we're going to go down, ambush this AMX 1390. And he's on full health. And we put 1 shot in, failed to track him. He tries to track me, but look at the reverse speed. We're doing over 20 kilometers an hour reverse speed. We're going to reverse and reload. Yep, just checking to make sure the T100 isn't behind me. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, reverse speed. This tank has reverse speed as well, and now the T100's coming for me. And once again, look at this, reversing away from a light tank. And he's only got 20 health, but boom. Okay, 5 kills, bounce another shot. And yeah, that was my first game, or one of my first games in the Object 268 version 4 on version 1.0, or World of Tanks 1.0. So yep, Beast from the East. It's got armor, it's got maneuverability, it's got a great gun, it's got reverse speed, it's got engine power, it's got everything. So yeah, this thing is overpowered as hell, and I'm not surprised they're going to be nerfing it slightly, although I'm not quite sure what those nerfs are. I read something about a lower glacis nerf, and then I read something else that they've changed their mind about the lower glacis nerf, and they're nerfing the commanders, well, this would be the viewports up here. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what this tank is like after the nerf. So yeah, Beast from the East. So not even trying, but I thought I would give you something that wasn't an official ace tanker, because I wanted to talk about my absence. So yeah, again, that wasn't an amazing game. I did come first with 953 XP, 3.5, almost 4. 3.7k damage. Top tier 953, yeah, that's fine. 12 shots, 10 hits. So yeah, damage was fine, but the damage blocked by armor was fine too. We even made a profit not firing any premium ammo. It was my first game of the day, or first win of the day in the tank. So as I say, my second or third game. Yeah, so this really yeah, was unsurprising. Looking at the stats, even when I had this in the garage after 1.0, hopping into it, it performed exactly like the stats would suggest. It was powerful, it was fast, it was maneuverable, it had a big gun, and it could reverse like a champion. Yeah, the reverse, traverse, everything about this tank makes it overpowered. The only thing it's missing is a turret, and this thing would probably be the best tank in the game as it currently stands. So yeah, not very many weak points to do with the, or not very many weaknesses with the Object 268 version 4. So yeah, it is a Beast from the East. It's not surprising it's been nerfed. I'm glad I got to play it for a few games before the nerfs happen, and we'll play it again after the nerfs. So not surprisingly, it was a third class with that game, but we did pick up Steel Wall. So I imagine players are having absolutely monster games on this, and I imagine it's incredibly hard to ace because, as I say, your armor is fantastic, and this is capable of doing a hell of a lot of damage. So yeah, yeah, very strong tank. Not surprised it's being nerfed, but anyway, I'm back. What I'm going to be doing later is I'm going to release a second video. I've been away for so long, I thought I'd release 2 videos today, and what I'm doing on the second video is I'm releasing the video I was making 2 months ago. So it's a little bit out of date. It's the video I logged in probably 5 or 6 times to finish, and then just couldn't finish it, but eventually I did, and I'm going to release it, and it's a little bit out of date, but it does feature a very good game from Dreadshells, and the other player was a guy called Itagami, who's featured on the channel before. So you're going to have a Dreadshells game and an Itagami game coming up from, I think, 9.22. You know, these games were played literally days before 1.0 came out. So yeah, I'm playing 1.0 now. All future replays will be 1.0, 1.1, or 1.2, or whatever the hell it is. And I said I would release the second video anyway, because it's kind of a tribute to Paul, and also a personal objective, because every time I logged in to finish that video, I just couldn't. So I finally did. I finally got up the willpower and the mental strength to finish the video, and I'm going to release it as a tribute to my friend. And yeah, you can watch it or not watch it, but Anyway, that's where I've been, so I'm going to do my best to get out some videos this week. I've got a bunch of lower tier ace tankers. I've got a few high tier ace tankers to bring out as well, all picked up during the 2 days, the only 2 days I've played World of Tanks for the last month. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.